Jill, thank you so much for joining me and participating in this series. I really appreciate it.
Pavan, thank you for thinking of me. I feel honored.
Yeah, of course. Well, let's start with this. Why don't you introduce yourself and give some context to what you're all about and what you do professionally?
Sure. So I'm Jill Manoff. I'm the editor-in-chief at Glossy, and I have been there since November of 2016. Started 6 months after Glossy launched. So it's been a good while now. Ooh, we're actually celebrating the 4 years of Glossy this week. But yeah, we spun off of Digiday, which has been around longer, 11 years, and they, cover the evolution of the marketing and media industries. So we spun off, we covered the evolution of fashion and beauty. And I've got a team of 6 right now, including me, the editorial team. And yeah, it's about half beauty, half fashion coverage. Our thing is, we have a critical point of view. We find what nobody else is talking about rather than like run with a press release. That's kind of our take. Pick up on trends, talk to more people, and just, what are they telling us? And we serve as a guide to the industries that's our goal. That's how we look at it. And, aside from daily stories where we have about 5 a day, original content, we do events, which we can talk about how the impact this has all made on that aspect. And we do podcasts. And anyway, our events have gone live. Would love to dig into that. And I mean, there is opportunity there, which, we don't have to be confined to a ballroom at the Four Seasons. That we can be this international, thousands of people can come. And anyway, we'll see.
Well, first let's take a step back. Where are you writing this out?
Oh, hey. Well, I am here in my small apartment in the Upper West Side. So I stayed in New York, which, a little bit of a controversy among my family who wanted me to come home. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. So it's like I would love the space for sure. But I don't know. I'm pretty adaptable, I guess you would say, where just plot me anywhere I can. Yeah. I don't know. I can be in good spirits. Usually I'm a pretty happy person. Lucky for me, I guess, in this situation, because I know it's taxing and weighing on people for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, beyond, I guess, the obvious of not going into the work day to day, how has the business shifted? So you started touching on, of course, the events side, but yeah, I mean, is that the biggest impact right now?
I would say that's the biggest impact in that we had to change. We definitely couldn't go back to doing what we did, which was Glossy has 1-day forums, which are in New York, and we also have 3-day summits, which we do 2 of those a year, and those are kind of destination summits in Miami or Palm Springs and a resort location. So yes, obviously couldn't do that, and I love them, and they're really helpful for us, even more so than our sister brands, Modern Retail and Digiday. We really have this, I say Glossy super fans, but it's almost like this community where they're like kind of at the ready, and when we launch something, they're there. We can count on them, and they look for these learning opportunities, and they look for opportunities to really network and connect with each other. So when this all first happened, I really worried about losing that, or how are we going to keep that going? But again, we've shifted to live. It was, again, a learning curve. I should be more high tech than I am. We were just talking about that I'm going to do an Instagram live today, which I've never done. But anyway, moving everything to Zoom, moving everything online, and they've taken to it, and there's great engagement, and they're there asking questions. And some brand founders that we know and love, we started off with them first. We knew people could really learn from them. They'd be willing to be open and honest. And we've had a few events that we're calling Glossy Plus Talks, starting with those exclusive to our members. And it's been a success so far, thank God.
Yeah, now you're going down the model of like membership model. So getting people, and the membership, is it a free membership or is it a freemium type of thing?
Yeah, we launched a paywall on Glossy. It's been over a year, and you get 4, I guess you can read 4 Glossy stories a month complimentary, and then you'll hit the paywall, and so then you just pay an annual subscription. And those we do exclusives like research, some weekly stories, the ones that I do one a week, and our executive editor, Priya Rao, who's more so on the beauty side, she does a story a week that's a little more analytical than our day-to-day stories, more in-depth, more sources, and those are kind of member exclusive also. So yeah, we do various exclusives, but it's more so for getting the content worth paying for, which that's really my thing, and why, we would never do something that's directly off of a press release, because those are the same stories that other publications are doing, and why would somebody pay to see it on our site if they can read it somewhere else?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now, are you seeing an uptick in membership since releasing, I guess, the talks through this COVID situation?
We are. So yeah, my question's always like, and we are seeing a direct relation to the talks, interest in attending the talks, to the uptick in subscriptions. Our subscriptions are, I like, it's so awesome that over the last, I would say 4 weeks, it's been our best weeks, which in terms of new subscribers. And yeah, it's awesome. If we get, I have a quota every day, and I'm like back and forth with our CEO right now going, made it today, or today we were failures. So anyway, I've got my eye on it just because it's so interesting to see. It's really, it gives me momentum, and it helps motivate my team for sure.
Now, are you finding that like your brand partners that have been involved with either the 3-day summits or the 1-day executive kind of B2B seminars that you have, in-person events in New York, are you finding that they're coming on board with the digital content as well? Are they just as satisfied? Are they there because, is there an element of supporting you, or is this like, okay, no, we're getting real value out of this as well?
Yeah, I think that they're getting value. Nobody's really said to us, like, we want to be there for you, which I wish they would. I mean, that would be nice, and maybe they are, and they just love Glossy, want to see us successful and survive. But I think that they're getting the value out of it. And I think that also, I mean, lucky for us, we're seeing, and I don't know if other publications are seeing the same thing, but C-suite folks, founders, they're more, readily available than ever. And I'm sure they would love press right now, as a lot of them are cutting marketing, and they're at home, obviously. Maybe they don't have an excuse to say no, but we're having better more conversations with these folks than we have had in the past. And they're definitely more eager to head up these events with us.
So what are you picturing, whether it's specifically for Glossy and your team over there, or kind of industry-wide, whether it be content or fashion and beauty? What are kind of some of your projections going forward in, a world post-COVID, say?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, we've always kind of tried to find opportunities for our readers to connect. And I think we've been forced to do that more right now. So again, in addition to these weekly Glossy Plus talks, we did something that we've only done one time in real life, I guess, or live in-person event, where we do an event across our 3 brands, so Digiday, Modern Retail, and Digiday. And we did this week a 5-day event from 10:30 to 12 or 12:30 every day, and it was on Amazon Strategies. And we were just kind of trying something, and we're more so trying things because we kind of feel the future is more interactive, more, I guess, on and talking with our audience. Mm-hmm. It's interesting because I was saying, before the first event that we did and the second event that we did, literally I worked myself up, and I'm like, I'm going on, and it's like, it was like a thing, and now it's just like, turn on your computer. It's becoming more comfortable, and I think everybody's feeling that, and it's cool. Like, you just to be able to be like, hey guys, and what do you guys want to know about? What are you guys seeing? So we're doing that in events. We're doing that on Instagram. We're doing that more. And like I said, we're finding that, when we did our first Instagram live last week, somebody else hosted it, but I said it was like the Miss Universe pageant, because it was like people chiming in, and it was like Philippines, Argentina, Spain, and saying where they were. And I was like, I didn't know we had an audience there. And doing the events online, it gives these people more access to us and to our content, I guess.
Is this going to be a sustained strategy now going forward?
I think so. We have like Ask Me Anything, or I'm not sure what the series is called, but where our president once a week like makes himself available to the staff as changes are happening. And sometimes it's our president, Brian Morrissey. And somebody said, of course, we're really feeling these live events. They're working for us when we go back to the office or the new normal, and our live events are back, our in-person events are now a thing. Can we keep this momentum? Can we have a member exclusive event every week? And it was kind of like, we'll see. That would be nice. Hopefully we have, the manpower, that's the plan, I think. And I think that we will do more, and I hope that it will be a weekly thing at minimum, hopefully more.
Yeah, I feel, digital media, of course, it's no mystery, but yeah, it's been seeing, of course, an eruption in terms of consumption, right? People are home. 26 million people are unfortunately out of work, out of, the US alone. So taking advantage of every opportunity is really, it's in your plate, I guess, right? It's right in front of you. So that's exciting. Now, what do you see in terms of like the conversations that you're having with, just whether it be brand partners or other types of companies within the space of fashion or beauty? Do you have any projections in terms of what things are going to look like and feel like, when we come back?
Yeah, I'm concerned for the department stores of the world. I'm seeing that those that sound most hopeful and that seem to have a sustainable growth plan or a survival plan, and actually are like, this is what we're doing, we're going to be fine, it's not the best year, but whatever, is those that have a built-in community. They've worked to kind of maintain a community throughout before all of this, and those that kind of sell in multiple channels, but more particularly they have a strong e-commerce site of their own, a strong direct sales. And right now, so many of them, I kind of have this on my brain because I've been talking to a lot of contemporary brands lately for a different story for whatever reason, but they're all kind of pissed off at the department stores because really and they're like, I don't know if you can say wholesale partner. They don't feel like a partner. They just cut off our sales and are not accepting orders, and kind of just said, bye, we have our own problems. So, and at the same time, the calendar is shifting and their kind of drop schedule that, it's very traditional for these department stores abide by. So it's not working for brands anymore. So as that rub is happening and as the bad feelings are building up, and as people are putting more effort in their own e-commerce sites to make it better, and to find out what works to drive sales to their sites, I do think that, e-commerce, obviously that's being accelerated, and the problems that we already saw with retail, with department stores, wholesale partners, that will be accelerated. And I think that we'll see that shift for sure.
Yeah. Jill Manoff of Glossy, thank you so much for participating in this. I really appreciate it. And we'll really look forward to connecting and consuming with your content.
Thank you. This was fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it.